Hello and welcome, little scientists, to another episode of Stay at Home Science, brought to you by the South Brunswick Public Library. I'm Allie, and today we'll be doing the magic milk experiment. But I'll tell you guys a little secret. It's not actually magic, it's science. Let's get started. We're going to need to gather our ingredients first, so we'll be needing some whole milk. I recommend whole milk. It's going to get the best reaction for this experiment, but you can also use 2%, half and half, or even almond milk. Some food dye, any colors will do, a large plate or any shallow dish will do, some dish soap, cotton swabs, or a piece of string, and as always, don't forget to grab a grown-up. First, we're going to get some milk, and what's great about this experiment is that it doesn't use a lot of milk, it doesn't use a lot of dish soap, it doesn't really use a lot of any of the ingredients, so you can get a lot of magic out of a little. We're going to pour just a little bit of milk, just enough to cover the bottom of your plate, but not too much. Give that a little more. There we go. So just enough to cover the bottom. Wait till all the bubbles are out of there. Next, we're going to put in our food dye. You can use any colors. You can put it in any kind of pattern you would like. And you can put as many drops as you like. I'd say about 3 or 4 in one spot is good. You don't have to put too much, like I said. And you can do any pattern. Use your imagination. And most food dye is actually going to sit on top. Mine's sinking a little bit to the bottom, but that's okay. You'll still get the reaction no matter what. Once you have your food dye in the pattern you would like, you're going to grab one of your cotton swabs and you're going to dip it into the solution of the dish soap and run off any excess. You don't want too much of the dish soap onto the cotton swab, so just kind of run it along the edge and get some of that off. Next, we're going to dip it in. I would recommend dipping it straight into one of the colors that you put in there. So let's say if I dip it over here, it won't get as good a reaction, so I'll show you. It's not getting that good of a reaction. So instead, I'll show you what happens when I dip it right onto the colors that I mixed. So I'm just dipping back into the dish soap, running off the excess off to the side. And now I'm going to put it right in the middle where I put all of my colors. Get ready, this is where the magic happens. Isn't that cool? So we've got our magic milk. And you can kind of let it just sit there, right in that spot. See the cool reaction that's happening with the colors and the milk. I'm gonna move it over here. Move it over here. You can move it to different spots and see what reactions you get over there. That's pretty cool, right? So let's get another angle on this and zoom in, and let's see what happens when we do it again, and let's see what happens when we use a piece of string instead of a cotton swab. So let's switch up the angles. We saw those really cool reactions that we were able to get with this experiment. But remember, this magic milk experiment isn't really magic, it's science. So let's explore some of that science behind this. To start with, milk is made up of water and fat. Soap is made up of surfactants that want to lower the surface tension of milk and also want to bond onto those fat molecules. Once we dip our cotton swab into the dish soap and then into the milk, that soap starts to break up those fat molecules, and it starts to run around trying to grab onto those fat molecules so they can dissolve. It also lowers the surface tension of where it is. So wherever that soap travels to lowers the surface tension of that area. Milk wants to stay together, so it's going to travel towards the higher surface tension areas where it isn't starting to break up. That's where you see a lot of the movement coming from. And lastly, as the soap becomes evenly mixed into the milk, the reaction starts to slow down or even just stop. That's why after a while, once you keep dipping it in, you won't really get a reaction at all. Reaction is actually only occurring with the milk and the dish soap, not the food coloring that's on the milk. That's only there for us to see the reaction that's happening. Thanks for joining me, little scientists. I hope you guys had really fun with our magic milk experiment and learning some of the science behind it. I hope you guys send us a picture or a video of you guys doing this. You can send it to my email or tag us on our Facebook or Instagram. Don't forget to follow us on this YouTube channel for more SBPL content. Until next time, bye!